Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, whatever time it is, wherever in this vast world it is that you are. Welcome once more to another live stream of Alexandra Mayers Live, page by page reading and commentary of the modern English version of the Bible. So today we're going to go back into the book of Deuteronomy. Today will be chapter 23, which will include elements pertaining to the exclusion from the assembly, also uncleanliness in the camp, and other various laws. So I hope all of you out there are having a nice Wednesday. We're pretty much in the middle of the week, and I hope all of you have a good one. Exclusion from the assembly. No one who is emasculated or has his male organ cut off may enter the assembly of the Lord. No one of illegitimate birth may enter the assembly of the Lord. Even to his 10th generation, no one related to him may enter the assembly of the Lord. No Ammonite or Moabite may enter the assembly of the Lord. Even to their 10th generation, they may not enter the assembly of the Lord forever, because they refused you bread and water on the way when you came out from the land of Egypt, and because they hired Balaam, the son of Beor of Pethor of Mesopotamia, against you to curse you. Nevertheless, the Lord your God would not listen to Balaam. Instead, the Lord your God turned the curse into a blessing on you because the Lord your God loves you. You are not ever to seek their peace nor their prosperity all your days. You are not to abhor an Edomite, for he is your brother. You shall not abhor an Egyptian, because you are a foreigner in his land. The children who are born of them may enter into the assembly of the Lord in their 3rd generation. All right, so they have to wait 3 generations. And hello, iPowers. Hope you're doing well. Uncleanliness in the camp. When the army goes out against your enemies, then keep yourself from every wicked thing. If there be among you any man who is not clean because of a nocturnal emission, then he must leave the camp. He may not re-enter the camp, and it must be that when evening comes, he must wash himself with water, and at sunset he may re-enter the camp. You must also have a place outside the camp where one may go outside. You must have a spade among your equipment, and it must be when you relieve yourself outside. You must dig there and turn and cover up your excrement. For the Lord your God walks in the midst of your camp to deliver you, and to defeat your enemies before you. Therefore your camp must be holy, so that he does not see any indecent thing among you and turn away from you. And that's important. Over the years, I don't know what exactly has made me OCD, but I am an extremely meticulous person when it comes to cleanliness. People in my family will tell you that about me since I was a little girl. There have been actually people who I've made the mistake of letting into my life, who have been mad that I learned the truth about them, who have said the opposite about me, basically just to try to hurt me, to hurt my feelings, to make me doubt myself, to tarnish my reputation. But when these kind of things happen, I just thank God that I am the way that I am, because anyone who knows me knows how I actually am. And cleanliness is very important to me. One thing I got to tell all of you out there, please do not allow dirty people into your life. Not only will they bring in physicalities that will make you sick, but they will bring toxic spiritual elements into your life that will make you sick. All right. I am so blessed that I had the willpower to quit smoking back in February, because that really is a dirty habit. I wish I had never been a smoker. It definitely brought some of the worst people into my life. Um, just be careful with your personal habits and do your best to be as clean as possible because it will welcome in some of the most positive energy. Okay, so now we're going to get into some other various laws. You must not deliver back to his master a slave who has escaped from his master to you. He is to dwell with you, even among you, in a place which he shall choose in one of your towns where he prefers. You must not oppress him. Wow, that's important. Remember that. Deuteronomy 23. In other words, if a slave manages to escape, you have no right to bring them back to wherever it is that they originated from, that was enslaving them. And I'll tell you, Deuteronomy really does go over a lot when it comes to slavery and whatnot. And I think that is why the United States of America has had so many problems and will consistently have problems until the people who were enslaved in this country are given what they were owed. And I'm serious when I say that, because there's a big debt that still needs to be paid to the descendants of the African Americans who were slaved. And until we are paid that debt, certain things will not go right for other people in this country. And it's not anything that African Americans ourselves, it's not anything that we're doing. It's called God, karma. So that's just what it is. And to those of you out there who don't want to acknowledge that, continue to suffer. There must never be a cult prostitute amongst the daughters of Israel, nor a cult prostitute among the sons of Israel. You must never bring the wage of a prostitute or the wage of a dog into the house of the Lord your God for any vow. For both of these are abominations to the Lord your God. You must not charge interest on a loan to your brother. Interest on money, interest on food, or anything that may be lent with interest. You may charge interest to a foreigner, but to your brother you may not lend with interest, so that the Lord your God may bless you in all which you set your hand in the Lord which you are entering to possess. Okay, so you're not supposed to do the interest thing when it comes to people within your family, basically, or people within your community. When you make a vow to the Lord your God, you must not be slow to pay it, for the Lord your God will surely require it of you, and it will be a sin to you. But if you refrain from making a vow, it will not be a sin to you. That which goes out of your lips, you must keep and do, even a free will offering, just as you have vowed to the Lord your God what you have promised with your mouth. When you go into your neighbor's vineyard, you may eat grapes to your fill at your own pleasure, but you may not put any in your basket. When you enter into the standing grain of your neighbor, you may pluck the ears with your hand, but you may not use a sickle on your neighbor's standing grain. Okay, well, that makes sense. In other words, you can't excessively take from your neighbor or other members of your community. Don't be a thief. That seems to be the theme of Deuteronomy 24. Don't be a thief. Don't rob people. And be clean. Be clean. So anyway, that's it for today. That was Deuteronomy chapter 24. I'm sorry, 23. Tomorrow we'll go into chapter 24. And we'll just keep going from there. Yeah, some people are messy. I just personally will not ever be roommates with or enter a relationship with anyone who's messy. Hiker, not at all. The person that I'm engaged to is pretty much like me, super duper clean. And we're also both minimalist. I think it's good to be a minimalist because it actually does tend to maximize your bank account and it maximizes your experiences in life. The more stuff that you have to anchor you down, the more unhappy you're going to be. Try to maintain in your life just what you need. All right. Well, take care. Have a great day. Bye bye.